The Honorable L. Bradford Prince stands as a towering figure in the history of New Mexico, a man whose influence and dedication to the region were instrumental in shaping its path to statehood. From his legal career in New York to his pivotal role in the American Southwest, Prince's life was marked by a profound commitment to justice, history, and the cultural preservation of New Mexico. This audio archive delves into the life of L. Bradford Prince, exploring his political achievements, his contributions to the legal and cultural landscape of New Mexico, and his enduring legacy. LeBaron Bradford Prince, born on July 3, 1840, in Flushing, New York, came from a well-established family with deep roots in American history. His father, William R. Prince, was a prominent horticulturist, and his mother, Charlotte Goodwin Prince, was a descendant of the early settlers of New England. Raised in an environment that valued education and public service, Prince pursued his academic interests with vigor. He attended Columbia College, now Columbia University, where he graduated with honors in 1858. He later earned a law degree from Columbia Law School in 1861. Prince quickly established himself in the legal profession, practicing law in New York City. His early career was marked by a keen interest in politics and public service, leading to his election as a member of the New York State Assembly in 1871. He also served as a member of the New York State Senate from 1876 to 1877, where he was known for his strong advocacy of reforms and his support for progressive legislation. In 1879, President Rutherford B. Hayes appointed Prince as Chief Justice of the New Mexico Territorial Supreme Court. This appointment marked a turning point in Prince's life, as it led him to relocate to the then remote territory of New Mexico, a region that was still grappling with the challenges of integration into the broader United States. Prince arrived in Santa Fe in June 1879 and quickly immersed himself in the legal and political life of the territory. During his tenure as Chief Justice, 1879 to 1882, Prince earned a reputation for his fairness, legal acumen, and deep respect for the diverse cultures of New Mexico. He presided over numerous cases that would shape the legal framework of the territory, emphasizing the importance of the rule of law and equal justice for all, regardless of background. His decisions often reflected a nuanced understanding of the unique cultural and social dynamics of New Mexico, particularly in cases involving land rights and the legal status of the territory's Hispanic and indigenous populations. Prince's judicial service in New Mexico positioned him as a leading figure in the territory, and in 1889, President Benjamin Harrison appointed him as the 14th governor of the New Mexico Territory. Prince's governorship, which lasted from 1889 to 1893, was a period of significant political and economic development for the territory. He was a staunch advocate for New Mexico's transition from territorial status to statehood, a goal he tirelessly pursued throughout his tenure. As governor, Prince focused on several key initiatives to modernize the territory and prepare it for statehood. He worked to improve infrastructure, including the expansion of the railroads, which were crucial for economic growth. He also prioritized education, recognizing that an educated populace was essential for the territory's development. Under his administration, public schools were established, and the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque was founded in 1889. Prince's tenure as governor was not without challenges. The territory was deeply divided along cultural and linguistic lines, with significant tension between the Anglo-American settlers, the Hispanic population, and the indigenous communities. Prince, however, was a unifying figure who sought to bridge these divides. He advocated for bilingual education and legal proceedings, recognizing the importance of preserving the Spanish language and the cultural heritage of the territory's Hispanic population. Although Prince's term as governor ended in 1893, his commitment to New Mexico's statehood did not wane. For nearly 2 decades after his governorship, Prince remained one of the most vocal and influential advocates for statehood. He was a key figure in the New Mexico statehood movement, working closely with territorial delegates, politicians, and civic leaders to push for the necessary legislation in Congress. Prince's efforts culminated in the successful admission of New Mexico as the 47th state of the United States on January 6, 1912. Though Prince did not hold office at the time, his contributions were widely recognized as instrumental in achieving statehood. He was present at the signing ceremony in Santa Fe, where he was honored for his years of dedication to the cause. His vision of a modern, unified state had finally become a reality. In addition to his political and legal achievements, L. Bradford Prince was a passionate historian and cultural preservationist. He was one of the founders of the Historical Society of New Mexico, established in 1881, and served as its president for many years. Under his leadership, the Society undertook numerous initiatives to preserve New Mexico's rich cultural heritage, including the collection of historical documents, artifacts, and the preservation of historic sites. Prince was also an accomplished author, writing extensively on the history of New Mexico. His works include A Concise History of New Mexico, 1912, a book that provided one of the earliest comprehensive accounts of the region's history from the Spanish colonial period to statehood. He also authored Spanish Mission Churches of New Mexico, 1915, which documented the architectural and cultural significance of the territory's historic mission churches. Prince's commitment to historical preservation extended to his involvement in the preservation of Santa Fe's historic plaza and other significant landmarks. He recognized the importance of maintaining the cultural identity of New Mexico in the face of rapid modernization, and was instrumental in ensuring that the state's unique heritage was not lost. In his later years, L. Bradford Prince continued to be an active figure in New Mexico's civic and cultural life. He served as the president of the New Mexico Board of Regents, where he played a key role in overseeing the development of the state's higher education institutions. He was also involved in various charitable organizations, reflecting his lifelong commitment to public service. Prince's health began to decline in the early 1920s, and he passed away on December 22, 1922, at his home in Flushing, New York, at the age of 82. His death marked the end of an era in New Mexico's history, but his legacy as a statesman, jurist, historian, and advocate for statehood endures. In summary, L. Bradford Prince's life and career were deeply intertwined with the history of New Mexico. His contributions to the legal, political, and cultural development of the state were profound, and his legacy continues to be felt today. Prince was not only a key figure in New Mexico's journey to statehood, but also a guardian of its rich cultural heritage. His vision of a state that embraced its diverse cultural roots while striving for progress and modernization helped shape the identity of New Mexico as it is known today. As we reflect on Prince's life, it is clear that his impact on New Mexico was not just as a politician or a judge, but as a visionary leader who understood the importance of history, culture, and unity in the development of a state. His work laid the foundation for the New Mexico of the 20th century and beyond, earning him a place as one of the most important figures in the state's history. Thank you for listening. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history. Before you go, a simple way to support the efforts of this channel is to like, subscribe, comment, and share.